about the geostrategic aspects of nuclear power until I play the Schultz clip. But I don't tell them very much.
No, you don't, and that's good, too. But there are certain guidelines, I guess, that...
We have a rule, Regis, which is don't play the game in the locker room.
That's right, and that's the best way to do it.
Do you watch the show?
Every week. It's on every Sunday here in New York.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it, and I think you're a terrific job, and I'm not kidding. You are the hottest talk show host of the year. You are on the verge of being discovered right now. I mean it.
I appreciate you saying that, and I hope that the...
you hope I'm right.
I hope that you're right, and I'll see that the check is in the mail.
All right, fine. John McLaughlin, thank you very, very much for coming here and being with us today.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it.
Real pleasure.
We'll be right back with the maddest of the mad writers, okay? Dick DeBartolo in just a moment. A behind-the-scenes look at Mad Magazine. Stay with us.
If you're going to be in the New York City area and would like free tickets to Regis Philbin's Lifestyles, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to this address.
More. Waiting on you with a smile. More. Coast to coast, Kenny's got your style. More. Of the fit you want today. More is why we often say Kenny, we're the great American shoe store. 'Cause America's shoe store.
Now, perfect polish nails in seconds. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Press-on color, no messy polish. Press-on color, no drying time. Press-on color, no chipping ever. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Everything you need for longer, polished nails. Lee Super Stick tabs and 20 Lee press-on nails in a variety of sizes. Available in a rainbow array of today's popular colors. So press on. Lee press-on nails now in fashion colors.
Shape up, we got
8 calories. We're up to something good.
sugar-free Jell-O gelatin.
We get bananas and chill and a vegetable thrill, a berry that shivers and a pineapple quivers. We're all nutri-sweet, we're low in calorie, we're sugar-free Jell-O gelatin.
Look for our low-calorie recipes.
And we're up to something good. Yeah, we're up to something good.
We've had a busy day. I'm so glad I had a friend of the family to help. Even flow. Bottles, of course, but there's a lot more to an Even Flow nursery. Even Flow makes nursing pads, breast pumps, and disposable bottles, plus baby playthings, oral development products like teethers and pacifiers, and baby accessories from plastic pants to bibs. Even Flow. They can be a friend of your family, too.
Yay. Okay, we're back now, and we have with us Dick DeBartolo, who usually comes to us as a consultant about...
consumer reporting?
Consumer reporting, yeah. But did you know that in his real life, he is the, I guess, one of the senior writers, if not the senior?
Well, I've been there for 23 years and have hit every issue for 21 years.
We're talking about Mad Magazine, which really is consistently funny through the years. And we have the very first issue.
This is issue number 1. I borrowed this from a collector. This is worth $350.
Wow.
It came out in August '52, and if you have one in mint condition, they're worth about $400. But Regis, everywhere I go, I hear the same story. The stagehands here is that usually their mother went through the closet and threw out all their Mad magazines.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, save them now, and in 36 years, you could triple your investment, triple about 2,000 times.
Now tell me how they set the magazine up.
Okay, well, you hand in scripts first. I happen to use a word processor. I'm going to take this whole thing over here. Okay, and each thing starts with what's called the splash. Now the splash describes what the characters will do. I'm going to put this down for a second. So this is what's called a splash. And Regis, this is the original artwork, and I brought this to show you. People keep saying, how can they get so much detail into a panel of Mad? Well, look at how big this one page of Mad is.
Look how many characters.
How many characters? This is a Lucas story. We have the 7 dwarfs down here. Mort Drucker, who did this, this is called Pac-Man Star. Drucker does great likenesses, puts lots of little shtick in the background.
Yes.
And then this is reduced to this in the magazine.
I see.
So you can see how
But
far
first
up
comes
they were.
the script.
First comes the script.
Now, here, in other words, you got here, Fools of the Nile.
Fools of the Nile. And then we
Jack.
write down a little description like Jack is going to be Jock.
Jock. Michael
Joan,
Douglas.
Joan is Moan. Ralph is Rogue.
Yeah.
And Omar is Oh My. And the Jewel of the Nile will be the Fool of the Nile. Okay,
And then you got a script by Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. Hi, I'm Gene Sissy, and I'm Roger Ebor. Today we're going to review Death on the Nile and Young Frankenstein. I suggest you put your glasses on when you read our assignment sheet, Roger, because we're going to review Fools of the Nile and Young...
Sure Schlock Holmes.
Sure Schlock Homely.
Right, Sure Schlock Homely, right.
You guys take on everybody.
We take on everybody. And so then what we do is we send that stuff out to have typeset like this. The editors, John Ficarra and Nick Meglin, edit it. Then we have typeset up.
Right.
And then it is pasted down, and the artwork is reduced to the size of the magazine.
You just hold the magazine up so you'll see what we're doing here.
Right. We have it reduced all the way down. We have another...
Open wide, guys. Now, there's the artwork, and then, of course, the story begins
And
on
then we
this page,
reduce
right?
it that lower. There's an interesting story about this picture, Regis, the George Lucas Star Wars.
Yeah.
Is we got a letter after this issue went on sale saying that they wanted 10% of the profits of this issue of Mad because it traded on Star Wars material, and it was a copyright infringement.
Wow.
Now, unbeknownst or unbeknown to their lawyers, a month before, I received this letter. George Lucas. Dear Mad, I think special Oscars should be awarded to Mort Drucker and Dick DeBartolo, the George Bernard Shaw and Leonardo da Vinci of comic satire. Their sequel to my sequel was sheer galactic madness.
Wow.
So, it's signed George Lucas.
So needless to say, there was
All
no...
we did is we sent this to the lawyers and
Said,
said,
"Forget it."
George thought it was funny.
Where's your sense of humor? Well, let's take a look
Now,
at some of the old
some
stuff.
famous covers of Mad. This is an actual cover of Mad. This has been reprinted 3 times. This way, your kid can read it in school and not even have to hide it.
And not be
okay?
detected, huh?
Right, right. This is
That's
an actual
funny.
cover of Mad.
Yeah.
Now, this is an astounding cover of Mad from 1960. We beat the New York Times. Mad congratulates John Kennedy. The morning he was elected, we were on the stands before the newspapers.
You took quite a chance.
Well, we took a chance and we printed 2 covers.
Oh, I got you. Oh, come on.
And we
sure.
shipped them out a couple weeks before and said to the news dealers, display whichever one.
Great idea, Morton. Very good.
A cover that backfired. Mad proudly salutes American industry in its endless quest for quality. Now you can see how we bound the cover. People started sending the issues back saying, oh, they sent me a defective
Yeah,
cover.
right,
and we
exactly.
go, folks, that's the joke.
Save 20 cents?
Save 20 cents. This was a cover I wrote about 3 years ago. The joke was save 20 cents, don't write us a letter to tell us how bad it was.
I gotcha.
But readers wrote in and said, hey, thanks for the cover. When I took it to the cash register, they took 20 cents off the price.
Wow, they got
So
full too.
another mistake. This is Regis, the most interesting print job Mad ever did. We can see this, Collect Mad. Here's the number of that issue.
Uh-huh.
Underneath, we have a different number.
Wow.
Underneath, a different
Now,
number.
how did you do that?
They printed 4 separate covers of Mad that year.
Each with a different number?
Each with a different number, and had them distributed so that when you thumb through the racks, you
Yeah.
thought, am I going to have to buy 2 million copies to get the whole set? Okay, ads on
Wise
Mad.
guys.
Now, I'm sure you've all seen this ad in the newspaper. Actually, you haven't seen this ad in the newspaper. You've seen this ad
bullet
in the
side by
newspaper.
side, yeah.
Now, a lot of people, Mad does not take advertising. People think we do because the Mad satires are so close to the
That's
original.
right. But they're really just an extension of the magazine.
Right, yeah, exactly. Here's reach out and put the touch on someone, call them long distance collect. And that, of course, looks exactly like the telephone ad.
Great stuff. Now, what is this? Newsweek.
Okay, occasionally,
Week spelled W-E-A-K.
right? Occasionally, we try and come out looking like another magazine. This is when Mad came out looking like Time magazine. That was Man of the Year. Right,
Yeah,
Irving
and
Pac-Man. Not many people know it. Mad is done in 12 foreign languages.
No kidding.
These are just, we have German, we have Spanish, Brazilian, Swedish
It's
edition.
become an institution, hasn't
It
it?
is, it is.
All right.
Now, Regis, before we go any further, we're going to see what kind of a sense of humor you have.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Someone said, if you were doing a takeoff on Regis, what might you call it? Okay? So last night, we have here Life Stinks. With
You want to know something? You're right.
with Regress Playpen. Or Life Smiles with Reject Fillbore.
I'll take either one.
Oh,
Not
okay,
bad. Very
okay.
good.
And I thought we'd show you a couple of other things, Regis, keeping up with the times here.
And you do keep right up with
we
what's
really
going
do.
on. It's
you
fantastic.
know, when the city started running out of money, we got about 300 people in office buildings to help us. We did help in one block, and you can hardly see it. There's an exclamation point in the building on the next block.
That's funny.
The choking poster, remember the actual choking poster? This is find out what the victim is choking on. 2, do not order that for yourself.
And look at the cover. Here's Stallone and Reagan.
And Reagan, right.
Rambo coming out.
Right. And of course, we did this when Women's Lib became popular. Okay,
Miss
Miss Liberty.
Liberty.
Right.
Okay.
Regis, I think in all the years at MAD, though, I wanted to tell you, we were talking
The
earlier.
most unusual thing that's
The most
happened.
unusual thing. We had one subscriber in Suriname, South America. When his subscription ran out, Bill Gaines, our publisher, took the entire staff to the man's house.
You're kidding me. All the way
This
down.
cost about $40,000. Took 31 of us to the man's house to ask him to renew. But he did.
Oh, great.
And shortly thereafter, a second person in Suriname, South America, subscribed. And so we doubled our circulation
Absolutely.
for like $40,000.
You guys will go to any length. to
Any
double our circulation.
lengths.
And of course, it's out in pocketbook form.
Pocketbook form. And actually, I did a whole book on advertising because that's how I get into the consumer thing. Being an avid consumer, a whole thing on how to watch out, how to buy.
You know what I like about it, too? I mean, you never resort to any sleaze or any dirt.
No four-letter words, no
No.
frontal nudity. We have frontal nudity in the office.
Oh, I see.
Not in the magazine.
Well, as long as it's you, Dick, nobody cares. You know what I mean?
Oh, great.
Now,
Nice
here's
talk.
here's a new...
A new spy versus spy game. The interesting thing is our publisher feels that he doesn't like to be too commercial. He allows one product per year to be manufactured under the MAD name.
this is it this
and
year,
that's
huh?
it for 86.
It's a lot of fun.
And then just to show you how far ahead in advance we work, we were already... These are the proofs, winter 1986.
Wow.
So we are 6 months ahead on the stuff we do.
The knockout.
Yeah, knockout MAD. And of course, I love that we call ourselves, you know, garbage and trash. And and this book was...
Look, you got billing up here. Mad's Maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo presents Here's
Check the back
Mad
cover.
in Your Eye.
Ta-da!
And there's Dick sitting in his office right there.
This is the MAD think tank.
Ah, good. Dick, it's been a lot
Boy,
of fun.
I really enjoyed it. I
And,
love
it's
doing
a nice
the show.
retrospective we just did here, and congratulations.
Well, thank
on
you so much.
How many years? 30?
23 years,
23
every issue
years?
for 21.
Terrific.
It's going to be like your record on this show.
I hope
Mr.
so.
Fillbore.
We're going to talk about growing up spoiled in Beverly Hills with Patsy Cline, and we'll be right back with that. And don't forget Linda Lovelace Marciano, too. Stay with us. Right back in a moment.
Tonight on Lifetime.
Young singing sensation Andrea Mercado is my guest on the Dr. Ruth Show, right here on Lifetime.
Our life is a mess. I'm leaving you, Martha.
Oh, Tom, please, you can't.
Sometimes the dishes just have to sit till life's little tragedies are over.
He's a beast.
And dishes that sit are tougher to clean.
That's a beast.
But only Sunlight Liquid has the juice of one whole lemon. Sunlight cuts the tough stuff loose. Cuts baked on, caked on, stuck on food. Even grease.
Now, Michael Drake.
This guy's an animal.
Destiny.
Sunlight with lemon juice cuts the tough stuff loose.
Crisco oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to salads.
Remarkably light, delightfully light. Crisco oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Today's Crisco oil is remarkably clear, remarkably light. But it's really Crisco's light taste that lets salad's true flavor come through with no oily taste.
Crisco oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Now available in the new 64-ounce strip-free bottle.
Love's Diapers brings you milestones in your baby's life, moments to watch for. Because Love's understands that parents have questions about their baby's development. Meet little Becky, only 5 minutes old. Her dad would swear she already knows him, and he may just be right. Can a newborn baby really see? She certainly can. Becky even prefers the human face. Mommy's, of course. Can a newborn hear? Amazingly, she'll turn to her parents' voices every time. She's theirs. And there's along the newborn and a baby's first milestones of sight and sound.
She's great. Congratulations.
Good job, Mom. Brought to you by Loves. Your baby's comfort begins with Loves.
Beverly Hills has never been hotter. You know, that's one of the great oases in our world today. Calm and sunny and just gorgeous and beautiful. But it has its problems as well. And of course, you all know the movie Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Well, now comes this book called Growing Up Spoiled in Beverly Hills. And there, all the houses are pink, and all the palm trees are green. And here's a lady who knows what it's like to grow up in Beverly Hills, Patsy Cline. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is Beverly Hills. Oh, yes. Oh, when you come from Beverly Hills, you walk out like this.
It's because my heels are too high.
Yeah, how are you? Sit down, Patsy. It's nice to meet you. Patsy is now a writer with Los Angeles Magazine as well as Newsweek and Time, huh?
Yes.
Doing very good. This your first book?
Very first.
Now, as I skimmed through the book, I noticed that you were born there as well, grew up there?
Well, actually, Regis, I was born in Chicago, and I moved there when I was 6.
6, okay.
So I was almost born there.
So you know the town intimately, huh?
Yes, I have.
What is it like for those who have never been?
Well, really, the best description I can say is like a Disneyland for adults.
Yes, yeah.
And it's unlike any other place in the world, and you really realize it when you come to New York and you see where people live normally and
well, not so normally here in New York.
Well,
but it is a departure from out there where everything
totally.
is neat and orderly and so on.
Manicured.
There's no grit and
Perfect.
manicured as well.
Right.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I mean, you need the two coasts. I
But
think,
when
to
you
be
are
happy.
a child growing up in such opulence, are you isolated from the real world?
Well, you don't realize that you're isolated, but you are in reality very isolated. You're living in a very secluded, insulated atmosphere. It's very pleasant. Real world's never that pleasant. I mean, I am all for stamping out reality.
Yes, of course. Who wants all that?
Right.
Well, there are a lot of famous people living there, lots of movie stars and so on, and of course you rubbed your shoulders with them as you grew up as well, huh? Who were some of the people that you met?
Well, I lived next door to the great lover, Charles Boyer.
Oh.
And I grew up really from the time I was 5 until I was about 22, and then they had the great tragedy in their life.
Yes.
But they were my neighbors, and they were wonderful people.
Did he give you advice on how to make love, my darling?
Actually, yes, in a sense.
Well, why don't you pass it on to me? I'm dying to find out.
You look like you know what you're doing. You don't need any secrets.
But what did he tell you?
Well, what he told me was he and his wife were very good friends. They were wonderful people. He actually had a PhD in philosophy from the Sorbonne, as well as being a very fine actor, so he's a consummate pro and everything.
Yeah.
And I was in love for the very first time, and I was very upset because this young man had a very glamorous job, and as such, he had all these gorgeous starlets throwing themselves at him. And I was jealous.
So you went to Uncle Charles.
Right.
And he said?
And he said, well, you are in love, and love is never wrong. So maybe you have romance. So his wife took over from that point, and I can remember her telling me to be sure to wear jungle gardenia. It's a perfume, and it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac. And he told me to wear very high heels, and I went and bought Charles Jourdan's spikiest and a very low-cut dress, which Charles said is sexier to be a little bit covered up than to have it completely.
Of course. Leave a little to his imagination. So you put the jungle gardenia on, you put the spikes on, you got the dress on, and what happened?
Well,
did you get him or not? Come on, Patsy.
I blew it.
Did you really? You didn't corral him. You didn't bring him in, huh?
I almost fell out of his window by accident. It was, I have to say, I wasn't about ready to jump up over anyone, you know. But this man had not really totally moved into his apartment. And this is very embarrassing. I wish you'd read the book. We were in the apartment, and the phone kept ringing, and I jumped up just to get the phone once for him, and I tripped in my nervousness, and there was no screen on the window, and I just about fell out of the window. So he started to scream at me and said, "You've never taken sex so lightly. What's the matter with you? Let's get out of here." So that was what happened.
So you grabbed your spiked high heels
and we left.
Put on your dress, I guess. I don't know.
It wasn't off yet.
No, that's good. Now let's talk about, you know, you go out there and you see all this lavishness, these magnificent homes, and as you say, the manicured lawns, and maybe 2 Rolls Royces, or maybe 1 Rolls and 1 Mercedes in the driveway. Is all of this stuff paid for, or are these people fighting to pay the bills each month?
Well, a lot of the times what you see, Regis, is simply a facade, because many people want to keep a front, because it's important that you keep up a facade in the industry. And a lot of the things are not paid for. I mean, a lot of the Rolls Royces, which in the requisite colors, as you know, are white or silver.
Sure.
Those white and silver cars aren't paid for. I mean, I would have a stroke worrying about if my car weren't paid for, my house weren't paid for, my this weren't paid for, my...
But they handle it month by month,
But they're
don't they?
marvelous. You know, they just live that way very happily.
And one little shake-up in a movie studio, and before you know it...
Heads roll.
Heads roll, right.
They rule, and then they roll.
So what's it like for a kid growing up there?
Well, it's marvelous.
But I mean, the birthday parties every year are like the circus coming to town,
Exactly.
right? Extravaganzas.
And when you say the circus, I know there was a marvelous party when I was a child, and I think Aaron Spelling gave a party recently for one of his children that was very similar. He had a carnival and elephants, monkeys, a fortune teller, and to top it all off, he had a helicopter overhead with a clown throwing presents down to all the children.
Aaron goes all out.
But, and I think what is very nice about what he did is that he didn't just invite a few children, he invited the whole class. He didn't exclude anyone.
That's nice, yeah. And tips for surviving in Beverly Hills? You apparently have survived nicely.
Well, surviving is one thing, prevailing is another. I think it helps if you're 22, if you're 5'8", if you weigh about 98 pounds, and have long blonde hair, and lots of money, because as Ruth Gordon said, money may not be important to some people, but to me it's right up there with oxygen. And that's...
Ruth had the right idea.
That's the logo in Beverly Hills.
It's a fun book, it really is.
Thank you.
Having lived out there and knowing Beverly Hills, a lot of truth, too. Thank you very much for sharing it with us. This is Patsy Cline's book, Growing Up Spoiled in Beverly Hills. We're going to come right back and talk with Linda Lovelace Marciano in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thank
you. Shape up, trim down, be your best with The Richard Simmons Show and It Figures with Charlene Prickett. Weekdays beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern here on Lifetime.
Dreyfus meets with his accountant.
Your sources of income? Dreyfus Tax-Exempt Bond Fund? Dreyfus Intermediate Tax-Exempt Bond Fund? Dreyfus Money Market Tax-Exempt Fund? Again, no federal tax. Right. In effect, your income is doubled in the top tax bracket. No wonder you're king of tax-exempt bond funds. Shall we have lunch?
Dreyfus brings to millions tax-exempt opportunities once reserved for the moneyed few. What's that? You think tax-exempts aren't for you? Listen, if your joint taxable income is just $30,000, there's a Dreyfus tax-exempt fund that can leave you more bottom line than most alternative taxable investments. That's real money. Call 1-800-338-4300. We'll send you illuminating charts on tax-free funds that may change your life. 1-800-338-4300. Call now.
Follow family through years of loving, through years of learning.
I guess you're just too young to think clearly about all this.
It's not a thinking matter. It's a feeling one.
Through years of growing up.
It means a lot to me that you understand.
What makes him think we understand?
Through years of growing apart and coming home.
You must let your children grow up.
You mean you've accepted the inevitable?
Follow family, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern here on Lifetime. Every weeknight at 8 Eastern, Lifetime's got the heroines and the heroes. Monday, Jennifer O'Neill and John Eric Hexum star in Cover Up. Tuesday, Linda Carter and Lonnie Anderson are partners in crime. Wednesday, Priscilla Barnes stars in The American Girls. Thursday, Angie Dickinson's The Flatfoot with the Long Legs in Cassie and Company. Friday, Love and Loss in War-Torn Hawaii. Don Johnson stars in From Here to Eternity. Heroines and heroes, every weeknight at 8 Eastern, only on Lifetime.
Well, now comes another book by Linda Lovelace to bring you all up to date on what happened to her since her ordeal, which incidentally was the title of her first book. She, of course, one of the most famous of all the sex stars of the 1970s, appeared in that low-budget movie called Deep Throat, and went on to make millions and millions of dollars for other people and very little for herself. Was held captive for a long, long time by this man and finally broke away and started a new life for yourself. This is the book. It's called Out of Bondage, and I guess that sums it all up, too. Out of bondage.
Yeah.
Actually, were you literally a slave, Linda? I mean,
yes, I was. I was literally a prisoner of his. I was never permitted out of his sight. If I had to use the bathroom, he would check to see if there was a window there. If there was, I wasn't allowed to use the bathroom. I was literally a prisoner of his.
Because that was the most frequently asked questions, as I recall, of you as you made the rounds before the book and during the book's tour. How could you not get away from this man for 3 years? Certainly you must have slept sometime, or a window was open, or whatever. But you couldn't.
Well, in ordeal, I go through that in greater detail.
Sure.
But I did eventually escape. I made 3 spontaneous attempts at escaping from him, and they were unsuccessful. And because of that, I realized I had to create sort of like a master plan and really figure out what exactly I was going to do. And it was through that, and fortunately, I finally had someone who wanted to help me. Like everyone says, why didn't you go to people to help? Not too many people wanted to help. You know, not at all. I mean, even the Beverly Hills Police Department told me, when I told them that he was coming after me with an M16 and a .45, they told me to call back when he was in the room. So as far as getting help, that was difficult.
Hey, he did threaten your life on a number of occasions.
I was in constant fear of my life, through a .45, through an M16. You know, so many people say, how could you have done it? Well, a .45 is put to your head. You do, you know. Depends on who you are, on what you are.
Not only physically beaten, but psychologically battered as well, huh?
Sure. I think the mental abuse is a lot harder than the verbal abuse.
Oh, I'll bet.
And what's still ironic is, like, even now, this is 10 years later, and I'm still being introduced as Linda Lovelace, where I consider myself, I'm Linda Marciano, once known as Lovelace. And I wasn't the star. I was a victim of the film, not the star.
So you started a new life for yourself after you got away from him, and you married an old boyhood friend, right? A girlhood friend?
Well, I had known Larry before. We had met at one time earlier and went our separate ways. We were going through our own personal problems at the time.
What was it like for him to
I guess it was
meet you after all of this? My God, what a tumultuous past, you know. What was it like for him?
It was very difficult. I mean, Larry had heard of the name Linda Lovelace. His assumption, all he knew is that she was rich and had lots of money. I don't think, when I told him that I was the one that they called Linda Lovelace, he couldn't believe it. Because he knew Linda Borman. He knew me as what I really was, a good human being, not someone that would flaunt and do the sexual activities that Mr. Traynor required.
So you married Larry, started a new life and a family?
Yeah, it was difficult. It was very difficult for me to begin to tell him all the things that I went through. I mean, I found myself falling very much in love with him. And I was really convinced when he knew all the horrible things that happened to me, he wouldn't want to have anything to do with me. And I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to meet Linda Lovelace.
But he hung in there and must have really deeply been in love.
Yeah, we are.
And children?
Yes, we have 2 children.
And whatever happened to the other man? It was Chuck Traynor, was it?
As far as I know, Mr. Traynor is still with Marilyn Chambers, doing basically the same thing to her as he did to me, as far as I'm concerned. I really believe it.
You really think that he's holding her captive?
Yeah, because when I read interviews or see interviews with her, I see the same thing that I was put through. I see her being asked a question. I see his mouth open. I see her look over off the, like if it's a TV show, look to the side of the camera to see, you know, if it's okay, if she can answer the question. Her answers are so routine, and they're exactly what I was told to say. And I just find it very difficult to believe that any woman would want to be with a male who would want to abuse them in that way and enjoy it and want to be there.
The movie grossed how many millions of dollars?
Oh, $300 million.
$300 million. And it played for year after year after year on Hollywood Boulevard here in New York, I'm sure, all over. And how much money did you get for that?
Oh, I didn't get anything from Deep Throat.
You know where it all went?
No. Yeah, the Perino family got a great deal of the money.
It's incredible, isn't it? Now, what about your children? You say you have 2?
Yeah, I have a son, Dominic, who just turned 10, and my daughter, Lindsay, will be 6 on the 4th of July.
Do they have any idea about the Linda Lovelace of the past?
Basically, I mean, my son knows that I was, when Ordeal first came out, he was 4. And now he's 10 without a bond.
Controlling 65% of the surrogate baby business. Keene says that when he first heard that Laurie might withhold the twins, he urged the adopting couple, these people, the Hubers, to sue to get custody.
Laurie, to whom do these babies belong?
They're my babies.
My mom thinks it's really dumb, and she thinks that my father is like acting like a child when he reads it. When it's dumb, it's funny.
Tonight, we take you behind the scenes of an American institution, the home of that great American, Alfred E. Newman, as he approaches middle age.
As a priest divided between 2 parishes, Tom Allen feels the burden of the growing shortages in the priesthood. He also feels the burden of celibacy, but has found his own solution. For the last 6 years, he has shared his life and the rectory at Izar with Jan Kirsten, who is Catholic and who works in nearby Green Bay as a psychotherapist.
It would astonish a lot of people that you're able to live here openly. What do the parishioners say? The people who go to the church next door?
They accept us as priest and homemaker.
Priest and homemaker?
Homemaker, yeah. It's not a big issue. I mean, I got much more flack over moving the church organ. All right? I mean, that was a big issue.
I'm Mike Wallace.
I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Harry Reasoner. I'm Ed Bradley.
I'm Diane Sawyer. Those stories and Andy Rooney, tonight on 60 Minutes.
The sky will open. You will feel the rush of wind. This is Chrysler's all-new LeBaron convertible.
Tracks me like no other lover.
Its power will move you. Its beauty will stop
Don't
you.
wanna leave her now.
Freedom, confidence, the 770 protection plan.
Something in the way she moves.
LeBaron is beauty with a passion for driving. Chrysler, driving to be the best.
To write the words and make the plans that bring the future inside.
From original to copy, electronic to print, what you see is what we do. Xerox, the leader in document processing. All the machines and systems to create, copy, file, distribute, and make your output outstanding. Great. Document processing from Team Xerox.
We document the world.
The story of Baby Ann and her mother, Mary Beth Whitehead, is still being argued in court. It is still being argued in living rooms across America. Was it right for Mary Beth Whitehead to become a surrogate mother?
There are certain Americans, dead or alive, who are regarded as national treasures. John Wayne, Katharine Hepburn, Louis Armstrong, Walter Cronkite, Joe Louis, Babe Ruth, and, of course, Alfred E. Newman, this fictional face that launched 35 years of Mad magazine. You might have thought that with all the electronic diversions available to kids today, something like Mad would be, if not already dead, then certainly dying. But nope, Mad is alive and kicking as successfully at everything sacred. Still the brainchild, if that's the right word, of this man, Bill Gaines.
We pride ourselves in the fact that we have no philosophy. We have no philosophy, we have no politics, we don't take sides.
We have no morals, we have no scruples. We have no taste, we have no intelligence. Yes, we have no bananas.
And that's about it.
Plus, I mean, working for Mad means just never having to grow up.
That, I suspect, is the essence of it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, a new Stallone movie comes out. I mean, and we're there, and we're sitting in the back row just giggling, you know, because we know what lines we're going to write, you know, and just everything is fair game.
Mad is now published in 9 languages around the world, and for 3 decades has been among the top 10 best-selling magazines on the stands. The artists and writers are listed in the magazine as the usual gang of idiots. They are quite talented idiots. One reason for Mad's success may be that, with a few exceptions, it is the same gang who've been turning it out all these years. And these are the key suspects involved with putting it out 8 times a year. Apart from Gaines, the so-called creative staff consists of Nick Meglin, Dick DeBartolo, and on drums, John Ficara. I would have thought that Mad would be out of business by now, and I'll tell you why. There's so much outrageous, more outrageous than you guys are, stuff available to young people now, that I thought you would kind of look a bit corny in the late 80s.
Well, we don't really know why it works. It's just been working for 35 years. And we try not to analyze it because we may blow it.
Bill Gaines is hardly anyone's idea of a publishing mogul. The magazine works because of, or in spite of, his eccentricities. Beyond the madness, there is a method, or perhaps just old-fashioned integrity. He won't take advertising.
We long ago decided that we can't make fun of Pepsi-Cola and take money from Coca-Cola. That kind of thing.
Could we do it the other way?
That's a good
Did you ever think about that? Think, Bill, think!
And he's turned down potential millions by refusing to license the toys, cartoons, T-shirts, and other spin-offs so common in the kid marketplace.
I just think that sucking every buck out of a product with merchandising is not necessarily the way to go, and Mad doesn't do it.
Most of Mad's sales are made at the newsstands, but among the subscribers are the nation's dentists, a form of passive laughing gas for younger patients. In any way, more fun than thumbing through Dentists Quarterly. One thing Mad is not, it is not a product of market research.
Bill won't take readership surveys because he's afraid that if we find out the bulk of our readers are 12 to 16 males, that we might start subconsciously pandering to them.
There's never been a demographic study?
Or Republican.
You feel you're back in the Depression at the Mad offices. Neatness does not count. Cheapness does.
Here comes the good questions.
Gaines's penny pinching is legendary.
I have seen Bill break up a conference with the entire staff assembled for 2 days to track down a $1.75 telephone call that no one will fess up to making.
As cheap as he is day to day, he will, on the spur of the moment, take the entire staff to Europe for a couple of weeks for an eating and drinking binge. He once flew everyone down to Haiti to talk the sole subscriber there into renewing.
We all went to his house to beg him to resubscribe to Mad, and he did.
I wonder if you did have advertisers, who would want to advertise Mad?
Well, that's another reason we don't have advertising.
No, I wonder, seriously. Let's think, who would...
Well, certainly the soda companies and the gum companies, I think, would be a prime candidate.
But then we worry because we would hate to have our readers getting cavities because we took ads.
It's okay to rot their mind, but not their teeth. That's his philosophy.
We found one 6th grade in suburban New York where 43 of 45 kids were regular readers of a magazine that takes on politics, popular culture, nuclear power, advertising, racism, and just about every other foible of modern life. Even if they don't understand every word of it, they know that adult sacred cows are being deflated, and that may be enough.
Weird. Cool. Funny. Cool. I like it. Interesting. My mom thinks it's really dumb, and she thinks that my father is acting like a child when he reads it. When it's dumb, it's funny. Yeah, but sometimes you don't understand the jokes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Sometimes I have to make somebody explain them to you.
When we were doing the latest Rocky movie, the writer had written a panel where one guy is saying, in this film, Rocky fights someone who hates everything America stands for. And the other person says, my God, you mean he's fighting Louis Farrakhan? And now when we read that, a couple of the associate editors said, gee, you know, I don't think many kids are going to get that. you know, who's Louis Farrakhan? I looked at Nick, and Nick said to me, we don't care if they're going to get it. You know, that's what makes MAD great.
Yeah, there's one, though in a recent issue, the 3 Mile Island Children's Zoo. That's on the edge of being a little bit
but
sick,
there again,
especially when you see what's in
just
that
on
zoo.
the edge. That was very sick. Right. And I think that's our purpose there, to show the horror of the reality that happens. I mean, I don't think we're not being cynical. We're not creating something that didn't happen.
And also, if our readership is constantly changing, there are a number of kids who were in diaper or maybe not even born yet when 3 Mile Island occurred. And in a sense, we're educating them to what... Oh, come on, nothing.
You really don't learn anything from it. You just laugh at it. Yeah. I think you learn something. Yeah, I think you learn something because it shows the messed up animals and it shows about nuclear waste. That it messes you up. It's not good for you.
Maybe he would ask his father, what's 3 Mile Island?
What's Coney Island? Same thing.
That's right, Staten Island.
But you're not in the business of educating.
We certainly have been campaigning against cigarettes for most of our life. Dick has been running articles on deceptive packaging for years and years in MAD, and I like to think that we've made the kids aware of the fact that they should be very careful what they buy.
I think MAD acts as a bridge between adolescence and adulthood, and we sort of start to prime them to the fact that the world ain't such a hot place, and you're going to get burned a couple of times, and don't believe everything you read or what people say to you, that you got to have a healthy suspicion about life.
What is the kind of quintessential person, subject, movie, whatever, that just makes you guys' mouths water?
Pretentiousness.
Yeah.
Pretentious, right. When they are above us in their approach to the film.
Well, that's almost everything in life.
That's why
Shall we go on?
Yeah.
This is going nowhere.
I
agree. What's next?
Next. This is the worst we've ever had. I think
MAD visits a modern organ transplant hospital.
The ideas for MAD stories come from everywhere, from Hollywood scriptwriters to a nun in Chicago, but mostly from editorial conferences. See how funny thinking about being funny can be.
What's the title?
What's the hardest part of putting out the magazine?
Stapling it.
The fame of the game.
This is the result of 35 years of fine-tuning the creative process. Bill, was it a success from day one, MAD magazine?
No. I think it became successful with issue 4 when we lampooned Superman. We ran a feature called Super Duper Man. And
that's hilarious.
It was then. You had to be there.
MAD began as a comic book that spoofed comic books, a departure for Gaines, whose main livelihood came from a line of horror, crime, and war books soaked in blood, with names like Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Two-Fisted Tales.
All the wonderful old comics of yesteryear.
All the stuff kids love, all guaranteed to outrage parents. And at the time, 1954, Washington as well.
My name is William Gaines. I was the first publisher in these United States to publish horror comics. I'm responsible. I started them.
Gaines had his own McCarthy period. The Senate subcommittee tried to link his brand of horror with juvenile delinquency. Bill Gaines was a key witness.
Do we think our children so evil, so vicious, so simple-minded, that it takes but a comic magazine story of murder to set them to murder, of robbery to set them to robbery?
Shortly after, the bottom fell out of the horror comic book business. Gaines was almost wiped out. Everything gone, but the most subversive book of them all, MAD. Okay, what do you hear from parents? What do they say?
I think it's the kiss of death that we have parental approval at this point.
We've never sought it.
I would rather be something that kids read with a flashlight underneath the bed at night.
You mean like Playboy?
No, like the Congressional Record.
Wait a minute.
You would think that a place like MAD could only function independently. The fact is, Gaines sold the magazine 20 years ago to Warner Communications, but he was left free to run it.
I didn't sell it to Warner's. I sold it to somebody who sold it to Warner's, to be technical about it.
It's like the Contras deal.
The editorial offices of MAD are guaranteed to dismay any corporate executive who may not understand the value of disorder, even chaos. So Warner's, in their orderly corporate headquarters a few blocks away, wisely keeps its distance. Out of sight, out of mind.
I heard a story that as a part of the Warner Communications empire, you as a senior executive, whatever, have to take a medical every year. And the story I heard is that you send somebody else.
Well, you're really blowing it, aren't you?
The culprit, art director Lenny Brenner, the man whose body is regularly switched with Bill Gaines. Could have been one of those tales from the crypt.
Lenny Brenner loves physicals, and he's in good health, and it's much better that he goes than I go.
You know, I'm wondering about something. That doing this story, showing the brains behind MAD.
This was the bad part.
You think that kids are really going to be shocked when they look at these four faces, disappointed?
Well, hopefully they don't watch 60 Minutes.
While the competition's prices are rising, the price of a new Plymouth Reliant is coming down. Introducing the 88 Plymouth Reliant America. We're doing what no one else is, adding equipment and reducing the price. So you save $13.69, plus you get the 770 protection plan. Compare Reliant America at $69.95, and the competition is priced out of sight. Plymouth Reliant America. It's the best value in its class. Plymouth, the pride's inside.
When you're rocking down the highway, keep your engine rolling with a motor oil specially formulated for your car. Valvoline has high-performance formulas for turbo cars, four-cylinder cars, hard-driven cars, all cars. Valvoline. Motor oil is not just motor oil.
60 Minutes, a CBS News weekly magazine, will continue.
Wednesday night
Freeze! Police!
is bowling night
Learn to bowl. You've got 15 minutes.
for the oldest rookie. Then
Terror has come to America.
there are some who live for the death of civilization. Telly Savalas guest stars in the season premiere of The Equalizer.
This is CBS.
Next time, fly the Pan Am shuttle. We make it easier on you. Easy check-in. Comfortable seating. And 90% of our flights leave on time. So fly the Pan Am shuttle. We make it easier on you.
It's easy to put your finger on what's different about this imported beer. It's light, Amstel Light. 95 calories, never tasted so imported.
Calvin Klein, Obsession for Men. Oh, the pleasures of the flesh.
That's all Macy's.
Dreyfus, let's talk mutual funds face to face.
Call 1-800-USA-LION for the Dreyfus Center nearest you.
A presidential visit Monday at 5.
To be or not to be celibate? That is the question, the central question for a lot of American priests. And they've begun to answer.
Our wife is waiting well again.
Anyway, you came without the hair today, huh?
Oh, my goodness. It's that cab ride. Have you ever taken a cab ride?
Don't put your head out the window.
The potholes in New York. The cab is on the hair is on the ceiling of number 357.
Now, in Washington, did he work with the hair or without the hair?
Well, he was Bozo the Clown. He had a hat on, you know. But when he did
Don't they always have a hat on?
Yeah. I didn't...
To see you so
But you've
much.
had some great moments on the Today Show, and we're going to kind of reminisce a little bit.
Good.
Now, the Carmen Miranda story got a lot of press, a lot of ink. Was that because you lost a bet to Brian? Is that how that happened? You had to get dressed up as Carmen?
It was, they had a story about Carmen Miranda and the fact that you're opening a museum in Brazil for her memorabilia. And I was the only one on the show that remembered. And when I was a kid, you know, I knew from the movies in the old days with Xavier Cugat. I used to watch Carmen Miranda movies as a kid because I'm 53. Much younger than you, of course. But anyway, the deal was that I said to Brian, I said, I used to dress up like Carmen Miranda.
Oh,
we sold war bonds. And he said, if you'll do it, he says, you know, on the show, he says, we'll collect money for the USO, and we did.
And you did. And can we show that moment one more time here on the show?
I love wearing
Willis
dresses
Scott
and
as
makeup.
Carmen Miranda. He's never been happier than when he was dressed as Carmen Miranda, okay? Here we go.
I'm ready. All ears.
Take a look at this.
You round like...
I love you, David Hartman. Think you're swell in 85. Diane Sawyer at CBS, she really blows my mind. But Jane Foley and Brian Gumbel are still my favorite team. I watch them every morning on my teeny tiny TV screen.
Yeah. Good, Willis. I like that. Yeah.
That's a frightening sight.
That is a...
I'd like to wake up to that in the morning instead of Frankie Poo-Poo.
No wonder Mr. Miranda went over the wall many years ago. As Boy George, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Willard as Boy George.
No, you're better looking.
Yeah, we had a better makeup that day.
And then Willard, of course, as Kathy remembers him in the beginning, as Ronald McDonald. And this is true, you did start that character.
That was the original Ronald costume, and I've got that at home. It had a cup nose, a little tacky And it had a, you can't see the top, but it had a hamburger tray for the, you say you were raised in Bowie.
In Annapolis and then Bowie.
And I opened the one in Pasadena, Annapolis, and Bowie. I used to go around and open, we called ourselves the Beltway Bandits in those days. And I made like 35 bucks. See, that's my great story for finance. Everybody's got one story. They offered me stock in McDonald's when I was doing Ronald. And I don't usually talk money. I made $20,000 a year when I was Ronald doing these appearances. And they wanted to pay me in stock. And I said to myself, you know, they got White Castle in the Midwest. We had little tavern hamburger shops in Washington. Right. They sell it. You see maybe 3 people in there in the middle of the night. Hamburgers are not going to make it. I took my $20,000. So help me. This is so help me as I sit here. Ray Kroc's secretary, the president of McDonald's, the founder, his secretary took stock. She has $7 million, and she's in Palm Beach. I would not be doing this show plugging this book.
That is a great story. Of course, he didn't tell us that Jimmy advised him to take the money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. To take the money because I don't get commission on stock.
Commission on stock, right?
I read some of the stories last night. Wonderful people that you meet on the road, right?
Yeah, it's terrific. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, sure. And you have a good time, don't you, Willie? I mean, you're out there among them maybe 2 or 3 days a week, right?
Yeah, and we really are brothers. I love this man more than I'd care to mention on the air because people might write in and think, well, you know, something's happening here. But we really are brothers under the skin. And you know, they say, I love this business so much, and I really love my travel. I mean, so many people in the show business don't like to, you know, they're almost introverted. They like to stay in the studio. I like to get out. I go crazy in the studio. A week, I go nuts. When I come back once a month, Brian, they're glad to see me.
Sure.
You know, maybe. But, but I love my travels, and that's what this book is about. People that I've met around the country that have made a difference in other people's lives and in their community. And it's not insipid. It's a great book. And I want to plug one other guy, Dan Paisner. I'm not a writer, and I don't profess to be any more than I profess to be a weather meteorologist. Thank you. I couldn't even say it. They fall for that every time. We've done it on every interview. But
Dan gave you a hand.
Dan wrote the book in the sense that he got all the information for me and then edited the book and put it. It's a neat little book, and it's a kind of an inspiring book.
Well, that everybody loves you, and I love you too. Now, I've never asked you anything, have I?
Nothing.
No. These guys aren't going to kiss, are you?
Oh, no. Not on the lips.
I swear to God.
No more on the lips.
We have been working so long that this woman is beginning to read my mind. But frankly, we haven't done this show too many times without the hair. And frankly, Willard, it's a turn-on for me.
You like that?
No, I want more than that, Willard.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Can I give you a little kiss on the top of the head?
Go ahead.
That's it. Willard, stop. I love it. And we'll be back with Dick DeBartolo and how to avoid those mail-order rip-offs in a moment.
Look at me.
I did it.
What?
The first response pregnancy test.
Well, I showered.
In 10 minutes. And it's this easy to see. Blue for yes, clear for no.
Well?
Get dressed. Dad?
Dad!
First response, 10 minutes, easy to see.
X-Lax presents some gentle guarantees. The warm sun, the morning air, the peace of mind that comes from X-Lax. Taken at bedtime, it's guaranteed to work gently by 8 a.m. or your money back. X-Lax, it's guaranteed.
For gas pain and bloated feeling, Gas X has the fastest relief ingredient. Look, gas bubbles in beer. Add the leading acid, add Gas X. Gas X got rid of the gas. Gas X has the fastest reliever for your gas pain and bloated feeling.
With call waiting from New York Telephone, important calls can get through, even when you're already on the phone. A gentle tone tells you someone else is trying to reach you.
Hold on, Harriet. I've got another call.
Just press the receiver to put the first call
Hello?
on hold and answer the second. All you need is your present phone.
Mom, my car broke down. Off exit 5.
Don't worry, honey. I'll call the service station and be right there.
Right.
With call waiting, you can be sure important calls get through. To return to your first call, just press again.
Harriet, my daughter's got car trouble. I'll call you later. Bye.
To get call waiting for your home, call 1-800-THE-TONE. Order now and New York Telephone will hook it up for free. This saves you over $15. Call waiting can make your family's life easier in so many ways. Call 1-800-THE-TONE now and get the hookup free and save over $15. Call waiting puts an end to annoying busy signals and lets those important calls get through. Call 1-800-THE-TONE now.
It's here!
The free consumer information catalog we sent for. Plus the free sample booklet.
Free Federal Consumer Information Catalog. Send your name and address to Catalog Plus, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009. Hurry.
Willard had a tumultuous entrance and an even bigger exit. I think he got married on the way out to this big blonde over here.
There was some group thing going on over there.
Willard said, I'm not into groups. And somebody said, you are a group. In any event, we have Dick DeBartolo with us. He's a regular on our show, kind of takes a look at the consumer affairs going on. And incidentally, is the head writer, the senior writer, been there longer than anybody else with the Crazy Mad magazine, and did a wonderful send-up on the Beverly Hills Cop 2 with Eddie Murphy. And has his own cable show over there in New Jersey.
Channel 6 in New Jersey.
Over at TKR Cable, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you so much.
Now, what we're going to do is show you some mail order advertisements, and then we're going to show you the product that these advertisements bring.
That's right. And we may save people a lot of money because the mailings go out by the millions. Yeah. So chances are a lot of people got these ads. The first one, Regis, is
Reject, you almost said.
Do you remember once we did a goof on the show once, and we called him Reject Philborn. Okay, right. This is the Miracle Activation Card. Ooh. Now, you mail this in, and they guarantee you a string of miracles, but they will provide the first miracle. The first miracle will be a treasure chest of jewels. You will get sapphires, diamonds. This is guaranteed. So you mail them $19. No, wait a minute.
$19.
And your treasure chest of jewels.
I don't like the look of it so far.
No, wait a minute. You know. Wait. Okay. Let's get to the jewelry here. Now, we're going to need some help to hold this down, Regis.
Holy. Oh, can you see this at home?
Wait a second.
They can't see it.
Wait. Now, hold it. Wait a second, Regis. Maybe this will help. Can we...
How's that?
Let's see. Is this any better?
All right, if I hold it up...
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's your treasure chest of jewels.
The tiniest I've ever seen.
Believe it or not, I took them over to a jewelry store called the Jewel Room to have them appraised.
Yeah.
The guy said most of them are real stones. They said very low quality. Some of them, he said, are out-and-out junk.
Give you a price?
Well, he said that one of them might be worth $2. And he said, of course, you wouldn't mount it. He said the only use would be if you had a very ornate ring and a little stone fell out. They might get one of these for $6. But anyway, the second miracle was that my check cleared. Okay. Now we have the fabulous Talking Teddy.
Oh, I love Talking Teddy.
Do you know Talking Teddy?
Yeah, I've seen
Well, wait a minute. All right, Talking Teddy speaks French.
God bless Mommy and Daddy.
Says prayers.
Yes.
Can spell cat.
Can add. 2 and 2 are 4.
Can add. Okay, let's see Talking Teddy. And they claim that it can even say your child's bedtime story. Okay, let's see Talking Teddy. Talking Teddy is not bad looking, okay?
No.
This is Talking Teddy.
Cute.
No, okay. All right, Talking Teddy, speak French. All right, Talking Teddy, speak French. No, don't say what I say prayers. Don't say what I say prayers. All right, no, do math. No, do math. Okay. Now, again, this is not a bad item, but it is so badly advertised. What it is, it has a little repeating recorder inside. It can repeat any 7 words. But this leads you to think it says speaks French. It
does it also on its own.
In the copy, it tells you that it'll tell funny stories, phrase by hilarious phrase.
You know what'd be funny? If you could do a little Valley Girl for us into Talking Teddy, and then I'll hold it up to that camera for a close-up.
Just squeeze his arm for a minute.
Squeeze this and give me a little, just a line.
Like for sure.
All right. Coming up next.
Okay. And Talking Teddy is...
How much was Talking Teddy?
Talking Teddy was $14.77. Okay, giant designer luggage set, $9.95. Okay, plus shipping, which you must pay. Shipping is $5, which raises the price by 50%. Okay, it says that there is enough space in here to take an entire vacation's wardrobe with you, okay?
5 pieces.
5 pieces, okay? Don't throw away the bag. The bag is the 6th piece. Okay. Now, again, they're nylon shells, and I want to show you the largest piece, which is, this is
the hanging bag.
The hanging bag. Now, this is the ideal thing you want your good suits to go through the baggage at the airlines.
They'll make mincemeat out of that in a hurry, right?
Okay, so that is a total of $15.77. So that's the giant luggage set. Okay, country organizer, $5.95 with shipping and everything. It's $8.40. And it says that you can use it to organize your home, your letters, put plants on it. Can we see that?
Right
Yeah, country organizer.
Okay.
Okay, let's just see country organizer.
Oh, how deceiving.
Okay.
Oh,
no, wait.
That's a
Well,
riot.
it means you have to decorate it, your mug on the front, and, like, you put your mail in there. There's just one thing. You have to kind of just do this.
That'll do it.
Those CD signing
And
envelopes.
now the mail fits.
Isn't that?
Okay, so that's country organizer.
Now, Dick, all seriousness, do they give you the dimension here?
No, they don't.
There's no how big it is?
No, that is one of the main things. In an ad, if you don't see the dimensions, be very, very careful.
Very wary, huh?
Okay, we have the Clarissa sewing kit, and the sewing kit is $7.45. The interesting thing was, with the order blank, it says, only you can use this order blank. A woman in Milwaukee sent me this. We crossed it out. We put John Ficara's name from MaD. As soon as the check cleared, the sewing kit came.
I need one of these. This better be good.
This is a real beauty.
Oh.
This is 100% plastic. It arrived broken. But the amazing thing is, an ad should say that accessories are not included. The scissors are not included, no tape measure. But look at, you think you get full-size spools. Each spool has just 30 feet of thread on it, and they show the thread 3 different times. They show it here, here, here.
But wait a minute, you're not selling all. You get a couple of thimbles.
You get a couple of thimbles. Okay.
I don't know anybody that uses a thimble.
Regis, the worst kind of mail ripoff ever is when you just get a postcard. And this postcard says your name was selected, and you have won a Bluebird sewing machine.
Yeah.
All they need is $12.87 for motorized insured delivery to your home.
Okay.
So let's see the sewing machine. You have a strong back, Regis?
Yeah.
Can you help me carry it?
No, he doesn't. Be careful.
Here, let's just bring this up. Oh, all right. The sewing machine. Okay.
Do you believe that?
And what do you mean? There's your sewing machine.
It's like a little staple gun.
It's a combination sewing machine staple gun. $12.87.
That's really rotten.
So, the bottom line here is be very, very careful about what you send for.
That's right. And also, you can call the Better Business Bureau and say, have you heard about such an item? Should I send for it or not?
Dick, thanks very,
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Always
much.
great
Thank
having
you.
on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be back with our recipe, the fettuccine with her favorite, the pumpkin cream. Sauce in a moment.
When people ask me about my job,
Classic. March of the Wooden Soldiers, tonight at 8 on Channel 11.
Hi, and welcome to Best Talk in Town. We are going to have so much fun today. One of my all-time heroes is here, Dick DeBartolo. And, well, I'll tell you all about him in a little bit. He's brought a bunch of useless gifts that we all can use. Also, we're going to learn how to wrap up our useless or not-so-useless gifts, and I'm going to talk to you about mall malice today. I'm Nola Roper, and this is the Best Talk in Town. Right, Wink?
Let's get this show on the road.
Hi there, how are you? Well, just caught me in my morning routine of reading MaD magazine. When's the last time you bought a MaD magazine? Oh, come on! You got to buy them every month, because one of the guys that absolutely shaped one of my senses of humor is none other than Dick DeBartolo, who's there. He wrote for this magazine. Now he consults. He still writes for MaD magazine. He does everything. Remember the Match Game with Gene Rayburn? He wrote all those things. Very funny guy, and he's brought a bunch of useless stuff here. Why did you do this?
Well, I thought everybody knows the sensible things to buy for Christmas. How about the offbeat, the bizarre, the weird?
Now, I mean,
those are my attorneys. Offbeat, bizarre, and weird.
Yes, is this the sort of thing that you go around doing normally, like collecting offbeat, weird, and bizarre?
Yes, I love anything that runs by a battery. I love anything unusual. If you'd like to come to my house and see some unusual stuff, feel free.
Do you have all of these things in your home?
I will after this program.
Show us some stuff.
Okay, we're going to start out with something that's weird but very practical. We have the smoke detector Christmas ornament. Okay, it looks like a regular ornament here, but if there's smoke from the tree or the lights, I'm just going to use the little test switch here. And isn't that amazing how it just worked 3 minutes ago and now, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, you could hear that down the block.
You could hear that a long way away, so that's about $35. Now,
Well, that's a good idea, though.
That's a great idea. Well, we started out with zany, but we ended up with zany/practical.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this you'll be the judge of. All right. This is the electric tie rack.
The electric tie rack?
Right. Well, you know how much trouble it is to spin that little rack with your finger, okay?
Don't I know? My ties get hung up in the
all the
closet
time. Well, it's easy with me. I only own this tie.
Oh, that's nice.
The electric now, can you notice? It also has a little night light up here.
Oh, that's so you don't hurt yourself getting into the closet.
So that you can pick a tie without waking someone in the room up, assuming they don't mind sleeping with a blender. Okay. This is also like the electric duster. Yes. It takes a long, doing your table, takes a bit of a time.
Well, that's all right, but when you have nothing to do, why not?
Absolutely.
What's this guy?
Okay, now, inspired by the politicians in Washington, we have our own shredder. Can you hold that for, oh, actually, you have to, we're kind of there, and this side here. Can you hold that side? Oh, no, I can do that.
I can hold this side.
You both? Okay.
Why don't I hold both sides,
Okay,
Dick?
because this happens to be...
You're not going to shred the December issue. I haven't finished it.
Oh, right. Well, I tell you what, we'll hit reverse and we'll reassemble
there
it.
There goes my buck and a half for the day.
And I found out something else. It's kind of your instant tinsel maker.
It's the Fawn Home model. I like it. Now,
so that's your personal paper shredder.
I know. Why do we shred stuff anyway?
This was your script.
Oh, yeah, well...
And they asked me to shred it.
We can dice, we can slice, and we can do these fabulous julienne fries.
And the mustache trimmer.
What is this?
Video
this looks
dog,
like fun.
Okay? If you've always wanted to have a dog but don't want to walk him, Video Dog just sits on your TV set and stares back at you. And there are certain pieces of tape where you yell out and Video Dog will roll over and beg.
Oh, come on, really?
Okay, yes. So Video Dog is real easy.
How much is that?
Video Dog is around $20.
Oh, I like it. I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Now, if you're really lazy and read in bed,
yes,
these glasses let you read in bed without having to tilt your head.
Oh, come on.
Yes, it's mirrored so that the type goes up. You look straight ahead and hold the book down.
Can I try them?
Sure.
May
They're
I?
a little disorienting when you're not reading.
Oh, I don't believe it. I can read from right here.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, it's incredible. These are fun. I bet they're nice looking, too.
They're you.
I wouldn't suggest driving with them. But...
No, you can drive with them, but you have to lay on the floor of your car.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Electronic dice.
Electronic dice.
Right. Okay, let's do it this side. Yeah, well, you know how hard it is to... Boy, we're having a lot of fun here today, aren't we?
Yeah, but I can't see how that one works.
No, it's supposed to be making a little bit of noise, and it's not. I don't...
Well, I can help it make
Oh, there
noise.
it goes. Okay, there's electronic dice. Can we see this guy? Boy, it's very...
Yeah, it's dark. Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, did you see them? Yeah,
there's
okay,
like a 6 and a
fine.
2.
And you know what? You owe me $3. We were betting on that.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Okay, the alarm clock that when it goes off, you just say quiet and... Quiet! Okay?
Gee, wouldn't that be great if some of our husbands worked like that?
Now, this is your sausage stuffer.
I should have known that.
I know, you were inquiring.
I know.
This is not the portable model, by the way.
I can see that.
Casing goes up here, and sausage goes here. And you know what I've been doing?
Well, I'm afraid to ask.
Probably, I hope none of my friends are watching. I use this as sausage helper. Just put that in there. You shred a couple of mads, 1 pound of meat, you make about 3,000 pounds of sausage.
That's great. That's so great.
Okay.
Now this looks like good stuff.
This is like getting into the more practical, okay? If you want to give your friend an investment, there are these Australian gold nugget-proof coins, okay? And they usually appreciate in value.
That's nice.
Now, if worse comes to worse, and you don't know what to get anybody, American Express is something brand new, and it's a gift check that is good anywhere to buy anything.
Anywhere and anything?
Anywhere. You know, we got most of this stuff from a place called Hemmicker Schlemmer and another
Right.
place called Sharper Image. They could
Okay.
take their American Express check. They could run out and they could buy the sausage stuffer. If someone was kind, they would buy the sausage stuffer and send it to you.
You're right. You're right. And especially with our shredded magazine.
I'm going to leave the sausage helper
Are you really?
as a Christmas gift.
Oh, you're
because
so
maybe
sweet.
I'll come back and we'll talk about other weird stuff.
I wish you would come back. It would
Okay.
make me very happy.
Our days in Vietnam.
Yeah. Something important like that.
Right.
Should we listen to,
Sure.
to this
Just
one
click him in the, you know how to turn him on? Take
Right
him to
here?
dinner and a movie.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. So, what game should we play? A, famous places. B, on the button.
Uh-huh.
C, what's the word?
I'll give you the word. The word is, thanks so much for being
Oh,
here.
thank you. I had a
DeBartolo.
great time.
I
Thank
think
you
you're
so much.
terrific. Buy
Thank you.
Mad Magazine. The guy is so nuts. But now it's time to check in with Mr. Wizard and take a look at how bubbles can get you in shape. Really?
Is she in town?
It looks like a balloon and has been nicknamed a training bubble, but it's actually a pressure chamber in which athletes can condition themselves with aerobic exercise.
This is a warning to household germs. There's not a room in the house where you can hide from Lysol brand disinfectant. The best kind of disinfectant you can buy because it's hospital type. Lysol brand disinfectant, so germs don't say you haven't been warned.
Good morning.
Day's looking new and bright.
It's Monday again.
You're gonna start it right.
Traffic's tied up.
Cause there's Folgers for you that's decaffeinated too. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Mornings brighten with mountain-grown Folgers decaffeinated. Mountain-grown coffee beans have a more enticing aroma.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Decaffeinated.
Hello, we're back, and tomorrow on the morning show, Reed, Lindsay Wagner, and Vincent Price.
That's right. And Christine Kunzelman with a mother-daughter makeover and the ultimate fudge brownie. And I want to tell you, Jeffrey Nathan has his own catering business going down at the New Deal restaurant. Have a nice day, everybody.
Have a
We'll see
great
you
day.
tomorrow.
Clothing furnished by Christian Dior.
It's a funny old life, isn't it? Me and My Girl, the show that's won 3 Tony Awards and 5 Drama Desk Awards, is now winning everyone's heart. I'm Jim Dale, and I'm tickled pink to be leading the company in this lavish, spectacular, brilliant, and very, very happy show. And guess what? It's a real laugh. But most of all,